Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Today is the 174th episode. Yeah, you like it. And I love it. With the In Your Face show. And I'm here with my good guy, my good man, on our way to 200 also. And I'm here with my main man. He's a fighter in the house. UFC. Well, he ain't in the UFC, but he's an MMA fighter. He's an actor, and he's a stuntman. So we're going to take a deep dive into his history. Take a deep dive into the history of being great, of the best. You know what I mean? Without further ado, let me introduce my main man, my guy, Mr. Anthony Pagliaro
What's up,
Jr.
everybody?
What's up, brother? What's up?
Just chilling,
What's up?
getting ready for this. We're getting ready, getting excited, getting pumped, as they like to say.
I feel you, man. I feel you, man. I feel you. So how's everything going? How's life?
Life has its ups and downs. I mean, I've had some downs. Being ex-military, and around this time of year, the PTSD kicks in, and especially with family not being here that you want to be here, and it's been up and down.
Very understandable. Very understandable. So, mm, so how is okay? This is what we're gonna start off with. We're gonna start this off with the MMA fighting. We're gonna start with the mixed martial arts. You know what I mean? So, with the mixed martial arts background, how did you get started into that background?
So I'm originally from upstate New York, and a lot of people know New York to be the fighting world or fighting city of the world. Um, you always have to watch your back, know what corners not to walk on or where to walk. Um, my biological father decided to say, "Hey, you know what? Why don't you take some martial arts, and why don't you take this?" He started me in karate, and I did it for a little bit, and I just didn't really. It wasn't me. I didn't feel it. It wasn't a martial art that I was drawn to. I stayed with it. Then I started taking jujitsu and Muay Thai. Went into the service, and that's where I actually learned more about jujitsu because of the self-defense and the tactics that we have to learn in the service to defend ourselves. Um, that jujitsu is a little more, I'm going to kill you, hit you with a knife or take the knife away and use it against you, take your gun away, use it against you. I'm there to, our jujitsu is to kill you. After the service, I started training back in Utah, where my last duty station was, and met a coach there. And he said, "Hey, I noticed you have some talent, some background in martial arts." And I was like, "Yeah, I've kind of grown up on it, and it's something that I love to do." He said, "Well, did you ever think about fighting?" And I was like, "No, I really don't want to get punched or kicked in the face." So he said, "Well, why don't you come in the ring with me and see how you like it?" And I was like, "No." So I pushed it off for like a month or 2 months. And then he kept pushing me and pushing me. And I was like, you know what? Pardon my French, but I was like, fuck it. I'm getting in there. So I got in there with him. I literally not going to say the word, got my butt kicked. And ever since then, I've fallen in love with it. I mean, it's a family thing. It's respect. It helps you calm yourself. It's everything. And I love it.
Mm, mm. So, um, would you say that it takes a while to get into MMA, or would you say that being an MMA fighter or a mixed martial arter, however you would like to call it, you know, do you say that it takes a while to learn it, or do you say that you get it just like that?
Um, you can never get something just like that. A lot of people say, "Oh yeah, I got it," or "Yeah, I can do that." Just like baseball or football or basketball. No, it takes practice. It takes patience. You have to have. You have to be you have to be able to be taught. You can't have that. I know how to do this. I know how to do that. Okay, well then show me. You can't have that attitude. You have to be willing to understand it, understand why you're doing it, or why you're being taught this way. Because not everybody gets taught the same. So
Right,
you
right,
have to have the patience. So it's not something you can pick up right away.
right. So, you know, how many years have you been doing it prior to being in the military?
Prior to the military, I probably did it. Well, I started when I was 11. I went into the service when I was 17, getting ready to turn 18. So I've done professionally, I've done it 8 years. Altogether, a little over probably 20 years.
Oh wow, awesome. So, what made you go to the military? What branch did you go to?
So I was actually in the Air Force. I grew up in a military family. We were all we were all Air Force. I didn't do it just for that. I did it because I wanted to serve my country. I wanted to go help. I wanted to. I get emotional sometimes. Sorry.
No,
Um,
it's okay. Good thing.
uh, I went in because I wanted to prove myself to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had a biological father that him and I no longer talk. That's a long another story. But I wanted to prove myself to him. And
Mm-hmm.
growing up, that's all I felt like I had to do. I had straight A's. If I got a B, I was punished or I was penalized. He never came to my baseball events. He never came to anything that I was doing. He'd say, "Oh yeah, congratulations," or "Oh yeah, good job," but he was never there. He would always drop me off. He would always drop me off with my grandfather, my aunts, my uncles, other family. I was never with him. Um, so going into the military, yes, I wanted to do it because of myself and because I wanted to do it, but also to prove myself to him. And then after a while, being in the military, I was like, you know what? I just no. I need to do this for myself. If he wants to be there, he can. If not, peace out.
Right. Peace out. Peace out. You know. I have a comment. Miss Melissa Cole said, "What's up, y'all?
What's up?
What's up, Melissa? How are you, baby? Yeah, she's a cool lady. She's an awesome lady. That lady's awesome. Yeah. So you know, being that you was in the military and all that stuff, you know, what was the most memorable moment that you took in, and what drove you to being a great soldier?
Hmm. I would have to say I hate getting emotional and I don't like getting to that point. But um, the point I knew I was going to be a soldier and I wanted to be, and I knew I was I was overseas. I'm not going to say where. Um, but having a fellow brother in your arms and holding him and knowing what he did and knowing what you're doing for the country, um, and also for yourself. Um, sorry. I knew at that point, after he passed away in my arms, that I knew I was going to be a soldier, and I had to be not just for myself, but for him, for other brothers and sisters that I served with, for them.
Hmm, man, you lived out my dream, man. You really did. You
Sorry.
know, nah, it's okay. It's okay, man. It's so awesome. So awesome that you've actually got to. to do things that that was so awesome. And I very commendable, very commendable, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Um, it's very awesome to hear that you've been through that. To see that you're a soldier. That's why, man. I think our the people that fought for the country should get more love and more, just more, just welcoming, man. Like the veterans and all the people that are there now should be welcomed more and loved more and appreciated more because without you guys doing what you're doing and going over there and protecting the country, yeah, we fucked, you know.
Well, going off of that, and I hate to talk about it, but it bugs me all the time, and I talk to about other veterans. It's pretty sad that when you go into a store or you go into a restaurant and they're like, "Hey, do you have a military discount?" Oh no, we don't do that. But
Mm,
not putting anything down on other people, but some regular customer, a regular person can go in. Oh yeah, we got a 20% discount, or we got a 15% discount for this, and you look at them like, what? I went out there and fought for you guys and did this and almost died, but yet you don't want to give us shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
say what you say. Say how you feel, man. Say how you feel. Speak how you
Hmm.
feel. Speak how you feel. It's an open show. Speak how you feel. It's not about censoring yourself. Say for what's in your heart. Because what's in your
Hmm.
heart, you want to say it. Go ahead and say it. Be yourself.
But yeah,
You know.
that's the biggest thing with being a veteran and being in the military. Yes, I did it because I wanted to do it and I wanted to serve, but seeing how they treat veterans after they get out, I mean, it's not something nice to say, but no wonder a lot of us do commit suicide, or a lot of us do go down a deep hole because they don't give us the help. There's always an excuse, or there's a waiting list, or they expect us to talk about it, but when you talk about it, you look down upon for talking about it. So it's just I don't know. I want. We'll go past that.
Very understandable. I know it's hard to talk about. Damn. So, being in the military and all that stuff, how how did your play over to being a stuntman?
So after the military, like I said, I got involved in fighting more. I did amateur fighting, and then I became a professional. Um, During one of my professional fights, which happened to be, I actually got fight of the night for it. You know how a lot of people come from all over to watch fights, and you never know who's going to be there. Well, that night, I knocked out a guy in 10 seconds. Um, I went back to the locker room, and there was actually stunt people there, and they were watching the fights. And they came back in the locker room and were talking to a bunch of the fighters, saying, "Hey, did you guys ever think about doing this, or doing that and getting paid for it?" And I was overhearing the conversation, and then they came up to me, and I was like, "Hmm, getting paid to act like I'm fighting, but not actually getting punched or getting kicked or getting slammed, and getting paid a lot of money to do it, and it'd be something I would love to do. Let's give it a shot." And ever since then, that's what I've been doing.
That's awesome, man. Like were you athletic and was able to do all kinds of shit where your body where your body just what I'm saying? Were you able to do the stunts like jump off of buildings or jump off of planes and all kinds of crazy stunts?
So I'm actually getting into that part of jumping off planes and doing things like that. I know I could probably do it, but most of my stunts have been either fight scenes or military scenes, police, sheriff, SWAT. Um, so a lot of it just has to do with either getting kicked, getting punched in a fight scene, or getting thrown through a window, or getting kicked through a door, or something exploding on me. So I haven't really done any of the big stunts, which one day, if anybody's watching, I would love to do for you.
So what is your most favorite stunt? What was your most favorite stunt? I was about to say.
um, I would have to say the most favorite stunt that I've done so far was on the indie film that I did, which was called The Pandering. And I actually had to. I played the lead detective, and I actually had to do a shootout with somebody. And in the shootout, I get thrown through a glass window, quote unquote glass. And then after that, we do a fight scene, and then I get kicked through a door. And I think out of all the stunts I've done so far, that's been the most enjoyable because it was a continuous stunt. It wasn't just fall down the road or get kicked through the door, or it wasn't one stunt. It was a combination of them through the whole thing.
Mm, mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Wow. So, with your whole, background at being with doing stunts, right? Have you
Hmm.
ever? Do you want to work with Melissa? she, she just wrote that.
Yeah. One day I would love to. I mean, I've hit up a lot of other stunt people, stunt women, stunt men, trying to get out there and trying to get to do more stunts. Um, I hate to admit though, eventually I just want to do straight acting because as you know, as we get older, our body doesn't heal as much as it used to.
Mhm, mhm. So, like, what was the most hurtful, like, what was the most painful stunt you've ever done?
The most painful, I can't say what show it was on because it hasn't come out yet. Um, but I actually had to roll down a cliff on rock and boulders and act like I was rolling down the hill. And I only did the stunt twice, but it felt like I did it 50 times after I got up.
Damn. Ooh. Did you break anything?
Knock on wood, no, I did not.
Oh wow. Oh man. I'd have been crying like a little girl, man. I'm leaving. Fuck the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, man. So being a stunt man, being a stunt man, what were the most? Do you have to do weight detection when doing stuntman stunts, or do you just wait any weight? You can have any. You can have like, okay. What I mean by weight detection is like, do you have to weigh a certain weight, or do you just weigh your natural weight?
So, being a stunt man, stunt woman, they go based off if you look like the character. Um,
Hmm.
so if I look like a character, they're gonna be like, "Hey, we need you to do his stunt because you look like him, or your body looks like him." Um, so your weight, your the way your body looks doesn't mean you don't have to. For example, for a fight, you either have to drop weight or gain weight, and you're constantly working out to build up muscle, or you're constantly trying to look a certain way or get that way. With being a stuntman or a stunt double, as long as you could do workouts every other day, you could do it every day. It doesn't matter. As long as you look like that person, that's all that matters.
Wow. So basically, the person that had to look like Dwayne Johnson, he had to put on that weight. It
Probably
had to look
yes.
big. Wow.
Probably
Ooh.
yes.
Yeah, that's a hard task to do. You know what I mean? Because you have to eat like them. You have to move, lift the weights like you did. Yeah, it's yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm. But so, you know, how many years do you see yourself being a stuntman?
Um, I honestly, being a stuntman, I think I'm gonna be doing it my whole life. I mean, there's gonna be a point to where my body says enough is enough, but if you keep pushing yourself, you'll never get there because it's mind over matter.
Mind over matter, yes, sir. And how many how many people have you met during while? I have another question.
Okay.
At that before that. Before the question that I asked, what type of roles do you desire most?
I've been trying to branch out on roles because I've found a couple that I've actually played in that I love. And in the beginning, when I first started acting, it was a lot of military, SWAT, police, sheriff. You get stuck in that niche because they see you what your job was in the wherever you were. So if you're a fireman, you're a police, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, he's gonna do good in that role because he knows it. Um, but I've actually done a couple TV series and a couple roles where I'm jumping out of that niche, and I'm actually falling in love with horror.
Okay, okay, okay. So have you ever played like a serial killer or like a scary beast before, or you was like the one where they're coming after?
So I haven't played any yet, but I have one coming up. I was cast in. It's a TV series called Pagan, and I'm actually a werewolf trying to
Oh,
become the head alpha. So we'll have to see how it turns out and how I actually fit into it. And I'm liking it so far.
hey, yeah, so do you? I've always wondered in those like stuttering. do you do y'all sweat in those costumes? How does it feel to be in those costumes all day long and not being able to breathe like that?
I know not from my own experience, but I've known and seen a couple actors and actresses actually pass out, or they'll be like, "Nope, cut, we got to take a break." And when they take it off, it looks like they just came out of a pool or a sauna, and it's yeah. I can just imagine. But going off from my experience, it's hard to breathe, but if you have to deal with it and you're getting paid to do it, you got to do it. I mean, you got to do whatever it takes.
Right. Well, nowadays people use CGI, so you don't have to do all the makeup and all that stuff nowadays.
Hmm.
So nowadays, it's more AI than it is like more actors and money. It's money thing, a money thing. You know,
Hmm.
but I see it like you know being an actor. Some of the roles that you don't want to do, that you hate, that you tell people that you don't tell directors that you said no to so many times that they keep coming at you about.
I really haven't had a role to where I've said no. Um, I've always been the one to try everything at least once, and if I don't like it, you don't like it. But if you don't try it, you never know if you're going to like it or not. So um, there's not really a role. I think if I had to answer that one, I would probably never do a sex scene.
I feel you, man. Sometimes you can take, I feel you, man. Because
I
you
mean,
you you doing it because like go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll take off my shirt or I'll take off my pants, but that's the most of it. I'm not gonna get into bed and be all naked and no, I just couldn't do it. That's what my stunt double will be for.
I have a question. In sex scenes in movies, right? Do they have to like
Mhm.
get naked, or do they wear like shorts under? You know what I'm saying? And they just let the camera do the moving and do the work.
So the TV series and the movies that I've been on that I've actually witnessed that kind of a scene happening. Um, One, yes, they are either completely naked or partially naked. It's up to the actor or the actress. But most of the time, from what I've seen, their top is off and they have shorts on or they have pants on or something underneath. Um, as far as the full blown out sex scenes, I haven't seen that kind. I've seen the ones like underneath the bed or underneath sheets or things like that. So as far as the big sex scenes, I couldn't tell you anything about those.
He said underneath the bed. Man, what the kind of shit underneath the bed? Well, damn, you see how small underneath the beds is, and two people could fit under there.
Hey,
Wow.
hey, we've made it happen.
Oh man, I couldn't fit under the bed. I'd be like, look, cut, cut, cut. We're gonna have to do something else, man, because I can't in that damn bed. You know what I mean? If I get sued, I am suing. You know. Nah, man. I don't know, man. Like they would have to be creative with the sex scenes with something like that. Like, have you ever
Mhm.
dealt with like difficult people on set, like
Oh
difficult
yes,
actors? Mm.
yes.
How do you handle those things? How do you go about handling?
I'm not going to say this person's or actor's name because I'm not going to put him in the dark. He is an A-lister, and all of us on set of the movie that I was actually cast in had an issue with him because one, he's an A-lister, and some A-listers get to that point when they think their crap doesn't stink and they're the Lord Almighty, and that if it wasn't for them, they wouldn't have a movie, and things like that. Um, but this one guy, he just when the director gets out of his chair and goes to your car and hit and slams on the hood of the car saying, "We're waiting on you," then you should be paying attention. Um, but with me, I veer to stay with the positive people, the positive environment, and actually seeing that happen in front of you, you're like, man, no, yeah, I'll never do that. Because that's one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to piss off a director because then that director will tell the next director, and then it'll just trigger down the line, and then you're not going to get any work.
Yeah, that's how a lot of these industries is, man. Like you can if people don't like you, yeah, they're going to mm, put rub your name in the dirt and you can't do nothing. It's like being in the hood, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Being in the hood, everybody knows everybody. So that's Hollywood. Hollywood, everybody knows everybody. So whatever director you fuck him over, that's yeah, I know. It's a family tree. I know. That's crazy, man, because that's how industry that I'm in, comic industry. So if you can understand where I'm coming from with that. But
Yes.
so I understand how you feel with that. I understand where you're coming from with the whole pissing off a director type thing, you know. Because like but directors they can be assholes. I've heard stories. I've heard stories, let's just say that. I've heard
Some are,
stories,
yes.
they can I've heard stories, man. I've heard stories. They could be assholes and some of them don't even pay. I'm like,
Hmm.
wow. Oh wow. They expect you to work for free. Oh wow, that's crazy. Some people, I've been around a lot of actors and I've heard their stories, and man, like it's wow, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like I'm like
Hmm.
I'm dumbfounded when I'm hearing the stories because it's like, and you're around people like that, like it's like you got to be on your p's and q's with people like that, man. Like like okay, when you get the contracts and stuff like that to do these movies, are you like do you have to like how do you handle reading your like contract?
So in the beginning, I was doing everything myself when I first started,
Mhm.
but now that I have an agent, I view the contract myself, and then I send it to her. She goes over it, and then we'll do a video chat or we'll do a phone call, and we'll go over it together and be like, we don't like this or we don't like that, and some things I'll point out to her that she didn't think was an issue or didn't think was a problem, and then she'll do the same with me. Um, so I don't sign anything unless we go through the whole thing first. I'm not those, oh, I got a contract, I got to sign it. I like to read it before I actually sign the contract.
Right, 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 right. What is the most okay? What was the biggest movie you've ever been a part of, and what happened to that movie? What made it explode like it did?
I would have to say the biggest movie I've ever been in so far. Um, I would have to say Oppenheimer that I did with the director was Christopher Nolan, and everybody knows Christopher Nolan. Um, and I think a lot of the reason why it got so big and it's still big right now is because of his name, because of his directing skills, and because of the movies that he's directed. Um, he had a lot of top name actors in that one. Um, I won't say like myself because I'm not there yet. um, but he is just he's a director that I can see why people love working for him, or why actors and actresses love to get on his movies or TV shows, whatever he does, because he's very personable. He is he's smart, really smart, and he knows what he wants and how he wants it. But he's also, once this time when that camera's set, when he before he says um, cut or before that, he's always there. He's always communicating. He's always talking. He just doesn't go back in the booth and call everything from behind the screen or behind a booth. He's interactable, and that's what I loved about that movie. And I think that's what helps his movies get out there in promotion also, because he gives the actors and actresses and the film crew that feeling, so they do better jobs of filming the movie.
Mm. Oh, that's damn. That's a good way to go about that, man. Like, how many years have you seen? Like, do you think that you will be in the acting part of your life?
Acting part, I will say forever. It's a love, it's a hate, it's my journey, it's my career. But nobody knows where they're gonna be, tomorrow or the next day or after that. It's always what um, I don't hate to say it, but being a Christian and being religious, it's in God's hands. You never know what you're gonna do or where He's gonna take you. You just got to trust Him.
Right. True that. True that. True that. That's a very good thought about that. It's straight. A director doesn't appreciate when an actor speaks about something that would. Hold on. I didn't want that to go up. We got uh, we have a couple of comments.
All right,
Okay.
let's get you
All right. Waiting for the damn thing. It says scenes in the movie are nothing like they appear on the TV. Like 40 people in the room. Damn. Like, you can't even get the swerve on trying to have 40 people in the room. Like, fuck that. Can't even. Damn, like I couldn't even do it in front of people. I'm like, nah, man, like they
I.
all looking at you and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if you got perverts in the room. You don't know if you got pedophiles in the room, man. Perverts, gay. Yeah, nah, I'm good. Ooh, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd be like, look, sir. Now if it's a now if it's a sexy woman, I would like I'll get to you after the fact.
let me get your number after we get done doing this scene. Then we can do that.
Then we can work that out. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, I don't know about that. Last minute pack your bags. Wow.
Mhm.
Shit. So, was there ever a last minute time thing where you had to get your lines quick before the on set?
Yes, believe it or not, Squealer that I was cast in, I wasn't originally cast in that. I was on set and they were like, "Hey, we know you're a nurse. Can you go in there and do this part for us?" And I was like, "Do what?" They're like, "Well, can you say this and say that?" And I'm like, "Whoa, what? What do you mean? That's a whole paragraph, and you want me to say that right now?" I can't train for it. I don't know. I can't study it. They're like, "No, we need you to do it." I'm like, okay. So I read it real quick and went in. I'm not gonna lie. We did the take like 4 or 5 times before I got it, but I got it after that. Compared to where you have a week or a month or however long to study your lines or script. But doing that, yeah, you sweat and you freak out.
Wow. Like I would, hey man, look, I always wanted to act. I believe I can knock it out the park, man. Give me a line or two, or hey, a paragraph. I believe I can knock it out the park, man. I believe shit. Look, give me a couple of lines. Zip, zip, zip. I believe I can knock it out the park. Because
Hmm.
you know, you just gotta. I was always taught by a couple of my actor friends that acting is about emotion, reacting, and being quick on your feet and being able to turn it
Improv. It's
and turn it
it's
off.
mostly improv.
Yeah, and it's like an emotion. You have to have that emotion into it. You have to be able to,
Mhm.
do. You have to be emotional in split seconds. It's all about seconds when he told me, and it's all about keeping your composure. And
You you
man,
gotta make you gotta make the viewers or the people that are going to watch the movie or watch the TV show. You have to make them believe that you believe what you're saying or how you're saying it.
wow, I'm a shit. I'm angry sometimes. I'm quite sure people believe me when I'm angry. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure. I take it. I take it on a little something, something. Give me a line, I bet you I'll knock it out the park. I guarantee I will. But it's not about me. It's about Mr. Pagliaro over here. So, how about, where do you feel that the movie industry has went? Do you feel like it evolved or do you feel like it devolved?
Honestly, that's a trick question. I think it has evolved a lot due to the cameras that they've developed, the lighting that they developed, um, the technology part of it. But
Hmm.
also, I think it's devolved because of the technology. Um, now they're saying that they want to use actors' voices instead of the actors because they want to use their figure or they want to make their AI character, which takes away from the person actually acting or doing what they love to do. I mean, would you rather sit there and go in a studio booth and talk and hear your voice come over a character, or would you actually like to do it yourself and actually do the movements or feel the part? You can't really feel it just in a studio talking into a microphone.
Right, right,
So
right,
I think it's gone both ways.
right. It's weird because um Bruce Willis signed away his likeness, so they can use his likeness
Hmm.
at any time. So whenever he retires from acting and everything, he can like it'll make it seem like he didn't retire. That's wild, man. Like seeing yourself doing work but not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Your body is not in it.
Hmm.
You're not even in it. And they got the right to do that. Wow. Like I don't know. It's to me. I would feel awkward. You know what I'm saying? Somebody doing that. But if he agreed to it, he agreed to it. I guess because I don't know if this is true, but I saw that Bruce Willis has autism. Not autism, Alzheimer's. I don't know if
Yes.
I don't know if it's true, but um, yeah, I heard that he has Alzheimer's and everything. So now he's like, what I mean, it's bad and everything. So it's like,
Well, he's, as we like to say, God has used him as much as he needs him, and now he needs to go up there, and God needs to use him upstairs. He's done his job down here. He's fulfilled his life down here. I mean, I know it's not something a lot of people want to hear, but he's gotten to that point to where God says, you know what, you're done. You need to be, you need to relax. You need to come upstairs and show us the party now. Give us some movies. Give us some TV shows to watch now.
right, right, right. That's amazing, man. Because I've watched. I remember the first time I've watched Bruce Willis' first movie. Well, not first movie. First time I saw him was Die Hard.
Hmm.
Die Hard.
It's
And
not a Christmas movie. It's not a Christmas movie.
oh man, the movie I saw the movie where he played, where he where he was in the movie with Wesley Snipes, and Wesley Snipes had the gold hair. I forget that movie. I forget what it's called.
Mm. I know which one you're talking about. I can't think of the name of the movie though.
Something, man. Uh, David J. Paul, my man, said, "Yo, what's up, brother? My brother, stuntman."
Hmm. What's up, big guy?
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, and Melissa said, "Hell yes, it is." Yeah, yeah. Yep, yep. That's crazy, man. Like that's the most. So being able to have you ever been put in a position where you had to let like you had to cry on set?
Not yet.
Whew, dodge the
Not
bullet. You dodged the bullet.
yet.
I mean, hey, I mean, if that's if you if I mean, hey, look, I mean, I never acted, but from the stories that is told, yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know.
I
I don't know.
mean, if I had to, if I had to scene, I don't think it would be. I can't say this, but no, knowing myself, I don't think it would be that hard because I could think of the situations that I've been in and what I've seen and bring myself to that part. At the same time, it'd probably be hard because knowing that you have to do it would be the whole difference.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Because what I was taught that because I was reading about how what on actors is that a lot of actors have things that they went through. A lot of actors have a lot of stuff that they went through that they go back on to allow that emotional side to
Hmm.
come out and cry on scene and everything. And I'm like, wow. So I did not know that Denzel Washington and uh, what's his name, Robert De Niro and all those go went through a lot of that stuff, a lot of the stuff that they went through before acting. It's wow, it
Yep.
was wow. But we have a couple more comments, Mr. J. Paul. I will not be getting put in a chokehold, my man. Stuntman put King in a chokehold. I have to see that. That's cold, man. That's cold, man. I mean, damn. I thought you loved me. And then Melissa said, Xmas movie. Yeah, it's not a Christmas movie. It's not a
It's not.
Christmas movie.
It's not.
So, you know, have you ever played? What are the movies that you thought would be very good and very big that never took wings and flew?
Um, I would have to say the one that I thought was going to take off because of the actors that were in it was The Locksmith. And that's the movie I did with Ryan Felipe and Ving Rhames and Kate Bosworth.
Hmm.
It was being around them and getting to know them and talking to them and hanging out with them. Um, they're such a down to earth people. I mean, they're normal people, which a lot of people think actors and stunt people and people in the film industry are stuck up, but we're not. We're just normal people. And that movie I thought was going to take off because of being on set and seeing how they were acting and being involved in it. I thought for sure it was going to take off, but it came out, a year and a half later than it was supposed to because of COVID. And it was there and then it was gone.
Wow,
And I thought for sure it was going to take off. So that's one movie that I've been on and been in that I thought was going to go somewhere.
that's crazy, man. That's that's the I you know I would look. That's With Bing Rames, one of my favorite actors, man. Oh God,
Hmm.
what was the movie that you played with Tyrese Gibson? What was that movie again?
That was Squealer.
Squealer. Okay, Squealer. Squealer. Well,
Hmm.
man, that's a lot of those movies, a lot of these good movies. And y'all don't get paid if it bombs like that.
Oh no, we still get paid. We still get paid no matter what, but it doesn't continually get paid like a lot of movies do if it stays running.
Uh,
We don't keep getting the residual. You know what I mean?
right, right, right. So, what was the highest paid movie that you've ever had?
Um, Recently, I can't say how
No, no.
much, but the highest one that I've the one that been paid the most in was probably Squealer.
Okay, okay, okay. All actors are insane. Melissa said so.
we,
See, Melissa, you gonna get yourself in trouble.
we have to be. We have to be insane.
She gonna get y'all in trouble. She gonna get y'all in trouble. See, you gonna get y'all in trouble. Y'all you gonna make you. See, I say, David said, I'm reading a story about stuntman takes over the king. Ha 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 ha. Let's go. Show. Let's go. Ha ha. Man, come on, man. Why you gotta get me? Why you gotta do me? I gotta do me like that. Oh man, that's cold, man. That's cold. That's wrong. You know. But she was like, Catherine said, I probably, but I would spoil. Yesterday, I saw a trend that had started somewhere on that was spooky. People dress up and follow someone else's request. Nooch, niche that made me turn off the TV. By the way, Bruce Willis is partly German and a kind person.
Yes, he is very kind.
Me and David are tag teaming UK. Well, damn, Melissa, that's just. I thought I was your homie. I thought I was you was my homie, and I ain't got nobody to tag team. I'm just dunked all over the room. That's just crazy. No, that's just cold, man.
Hey, as long as you got the bottle of wine afterwards, I'm down.
Bottle of wine. He wants to get drunk after of it. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? So do I get like a couple? Do I get like some money after this? Like, do I get like after I get knocked out, take a dive, couple knots on my head. Do I get like some money, some reward for all that? Old King down, I'm putting the sleeper on his ass. LOL. Yes, sir. Oh, you kidders, you kidders. No, man. So, have you ever received rewards for your project for all your doings in your movies?
I have not received any awards for movies or TV series that I've been in yet. I am a beginner in the acting and stunt world, so I haven't really gotten known
Hmm.
yet to receive those awards. But as far as awards to me, I've gotten 3 letters of recommendation from 2 directors and from an assistant director. Um, and I've gotten, I think I consider them awards, and they should be awards. As I've gotten people's personal number that I probably would never thought I would have ever gotten, or I could able to call them a friend, or just call them up and be like, "Hey, what's up?" or "Hey, how you doing?" Um, so I think to me that means me that that means more to me than actually getting an award is having the family and having that friends in the film industry.
Very awesome. Very awesome. Very awesome. Very awesome. Okay, okay, okay. Y'all kind of put me in the sleepers. Okay, it's cool. It's cool. That's cool. Put me in sleeper holes and shit. Nah. So like, what is the most coolest place you have travel that you had to travel to do your movies? Yeah, yeah.
Um, so far, I would have to say, as of yet, the coolest place that I've been is probably Florida.
I thought you would say a foreign country like Jamaica, Florida.
I, I haven't gotten there yet. It's my plan, but I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh wow. Okay, okay, shit. So, do you feel that an actor is supposed to take acting lessons, or do you feel that if you want to be an actor, you don't have to take acting lessons?
No, I disagree with that. A lot of people say, no, I don't need acting classes. I can act. I can do this. No, you need training. You need background. Just like with the military, I disagree. I'm probably going to get hounded for this. I disagree. Just because you have a college education and you went to officer training school, that you can be an officer. I disagree with that. I think you should be an enlisted person first to actually know the ropes and feel the pain and feel being the little person and seeing what we do before you become an officer. Just like being a doctor. I don't think you should be a doctor before you're a nurse, because as a nurse, myself, speaking from a nurse point of view, we do more than the doctor does. So being an actor, yes, you need to go through the training. You need to take the steps. Do some background work, go to some acting classes, actually learn about what you want to do before you just say, "I want to do it."
Hmm. 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 There go that military militant response. I could tell. Yeah, my dad was in the military, and he taught me a lot of that. So I know a lot of that. I know a lot of that. So you know, um, have you ever felt where you've been in a position where you could flourished and you didn't have to look at the script to get your lines, or do you like, or okay, do you ever feel like you don't have to look at the script to get your lines, or do you feel like you have to look at the script to get your lines sometimes?
um, I think you should always, as much as you think you have the part or you have the lines down, you should always look at it, because just me personally, looking at it, you can act it. If you don't look at it, you're not going to know how to act it. you're just saying lines if you don't see where or how it's being said or why it's being said. Um, you have to know the background before you say a line. I mean, for example, I can go up to you and if I have a line saying, "Are you okay?" You can say, "Are you okay?" so many different ways. So if you don't have the background of how you're saying it, you don't know.
Right, right, right. David is hounding me in the comments. He's saying, King Daniel, tell her to read the script that is in front of you. Oh, you kidder. I'm going to get your ass. Oh, I'm going to get your ass. How many directors do you feel should get the the recognition that you think that you know that don't get the recognition that gets overlooked all the time?
One personally I've worked for, and that's Andy Armstrong. He was the director of Squealer. Um, Christopher Nolan, I think he needs to get recognition. I mean, he does now, and a lot of people know him, but unless you've worked with him and you've worked with Andy, you really don't see the person they are. Yes, they're a director and they're a bigwig, and they have that persona, just like being a fighter. Um, but them personally, they're the coolest people. They respect you. They'll teach you. They'll want to teach you. You ask them questions, they'll answer it. They're not the stuck up, leave me alone. I'm doing this, or leave me alone. I don't. You're just a little person. So I think both of them really need to get some recognition.
Yeah, yes, sir. That's true. That's true. That's true. So, have you dealt with people who are? You're gonna be like, huh? With this question, how do you handle conflict when it comes to dealing with hard to deal with A-lister actor?
I give them respect and I say what I have to say nicely, but then I walk away. I won't deal with them. I'll leave them be. Um, you can get that you can get that vibe or you can get that the way they are just by asking them a question or saying hi. Um, so I just avoid it. And if they try to yell at you, or if I've never been in this situation. I mean, I've been in this situation with other people on the set, but with me, I'll laugh at you, or I'll just smile and I'll walk away. There's no reason to fight. There's no reason to argue because it gets you nowhere. One, it'll get you kicked off set. Two, it'll get you blacklisted. So it's not worth it.
Wow, just for reacting to what a person said on set. Wow,
Yeah, there's you they're a lot stricter on set than people think.
like what about the food, man? I need to know about the food, the catering, man. Is the food good?
The food is amazing. I wish I could take some home every time I'm on set because the catering, mwah, I love it.
You can't take no food home.
Most of the time, no, because you go eat and then you got to get right back to set, and by the time you go back, they're already packed up and gone. So it's not like you can grab anything.
Oh shit, man, look. I was like, hold on, I'd go pack. I'm gonna pack me a couple places to go. Pack them up, put them aside. You know, now we go back to acting. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't, shit. The food good, then I'm gonna have a fun day, fun time. You know what I'm saying? See, because that's shit. I heard about those caterings. You know what I'm saying? Man, like how long when it comes to the food? How long do they stay?
Crafty is there throughout the whole time of the shoot. Sometimes they'll have a coffee truck. But as far as the main catering, they're there either for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, depending on what time you're shooting for. Um, I would say at the most I've seen the longest caterer stay there maybe 2.5 hours.
Wow. Yeah. You might as well get your food and go. Bruh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, as soon as I see the food, I'm like, let me pack the food to go. Hey, before we get to there, you know what I'm saying? Because, man, you got
Mhm.
to, shoot. Let me become an actor. I promise you, they're going to be like, got the food from Daniel. You get too much with the one sauce, he won't care. Hey, forget you, David. Forget you, man. It's just wrong, David. That's just wrong, man. You gonna do me like that? That's cold. It's cold, David. It's cold. So, man, Mr. Pagliaro, you know, man. Okay, so what was your fastest, most? What was the hardest hit you ever took when fighting?
I would have to say the hardest hit was a knee to the face.
Ooh,
I mean, I've been slammed. I've been kicked to the face. I've been punched, back fisted. But I think the hardest hit I've ever had was when I got kneed to the face.
yeah. Mm. So like you can't, I was like, damn, you hit me hard. You hit me fuck hard, damn, motherfucker. You know, So, so when you're acting, right? Like, do like when you're doing fight scenes, do you get hit accidentally, or do the hits they don't hurt?
Um, I've gotten hit a couple times by accident because either one, I've turned the wrong way, or the other stunt person I'm doing it with has turned the wrong way. Um, it's nothing to where it hurts. It's more of like a slap or a tap on the leg or something like that. So it's yeah, I don't think no. I've never been damaged in a stunt.
I feel you. Hey, man, you get it? Don't tickle and don't tickle, man. It does.
Exactly.
It does not tickle. You know what I'm saying. I got hit by a person, man. When I used to, I don't fight like that, but if I have to fight, I fight, But I got hit in my nose pretty hard, and that almost broke my damn nose. You know what I'm saying? I was getting a little bit, but I want to fight. You know, once I get these hands on you, it's over. It's over. That good grip, rah, boop. Yeah, I started wailing on him. But enough about the fighting thing. So, Mr. Pagliaro, you know, like, man, where do you see yourself in a matter of 5 years with your career, brother?
Honestly, I really haven't thought about 5 years or 10 years down the line. I've always been the live in the present, not in the future or the past. Um, but if I would have to hope for anything or wish for anything, I would like to either be a B-lister or an A-lister and have that type of a role to get to that.
Well, there you go. I mean, like, wow, crazy, brother, crazy. Man, I see. What keeps you motivated and focused? What really keeps you, motivated and focused?
Hmm. You always got to push my buttons. Um, there's one person that was a father to me, was a best friend, was he was everything. and that was my poppy, my grandfather. And I push myself every day because he taught me that, and he always made me um, feel good about myself. He always pushed me, and I do it be for him and because of him. Um, and I know he's always with me. I know he's watching me. And sorry.
That's, we all need to cry, brother. We all need to cry, man. Yeah, do your thing, brother. You know,
So I'd have to say that he's the only person that I know is with me, and I do it for him because I know I can do good, and I know I can help people. I can help myself, but I do it for him also because I can hear him in the background saying, "You got this. You can do this." And he's my motivator. He's my motivation.
that's right. That's right, man. We always got to have somebody that is our motivator. That's always there with us. That's there to push us along. You know what I mean? That has our back. Um, my motivator is God. You know, he's always pushing me. So I understand, man. I really do. There's times where I want to cry. You know, it gets hard, and you know you get ran down by some of the guests, some of the people that deny you, that reject you, that always. So I understand, man. You know, only reason I'm not crying outside, I'm crying in the inside, brother. I don't want people to see my tears, man. You know, but I understand. I understand. You're my brother. I got you. I got you back, bro. You know, but um, I this episode should, and I'm speaking to the audience, and I'm speaking to the people that's watching the show, that's going to watch the show afterwards. That's going to, you know, I just want to let y'all know, man. You know, this episode was a episode to get you to really push you, to push you, and to get you to understand that you can do what you want to do, and whoever is there motivating you, go for it. Continue to rise, continue to go for it, continue to push. Because if you don't push, you're gonna fail and you're gonna stop, and you don't want to stop because you're right there. Keep pushing, keep going. That's all I got to say, and I love y'all, and it's always well. Back to the broadcast at hand, but also for you guys who is watching, who for all the new people that's watching, please like and subscribe to my channel. You know, hold up, hold on, just a second. There we go. No, I don't think that was it. That was right. I don't think that was right. Cut. There we go. There goes the there goes the YouTube link for all the people that want to
Okay.
subscribe, and to all the people that want to like the content, that like the content, that like the show, that want to come on the show, that want to get their interviews. Contact me, inbox me, whenever you want to do it, whenever you want to come and have a laugh, and either let your tears flow, let your hair down. If you want to just vent and just come and just hang out on an in your face show, we here for you, baby. We love you, and I got your back like four flags on the Cadillac, baby. And so I'm gonna give you 60 seconds, my brother, to let the people know where they can find you, and where you know where do you feel, give the people that's coming in the the industry, some advice. Let them know, whatever you want to let them know.
So as far as Instagram, it's stuntman pagliaro. Facebook, stuntman pagliaro. Um, as far as advice, don't give up. Um, push yourself, motivate yourself. You're always going to have the haters, but one thing you'll learn growing up: haters are the first one to buy the tickets. So let them use them as your motivation if you need to. Pick one thing that motivates you and stick to it. Um, just never give up. You're gonna have you're gonna fall, you're gonna crash, but no hammer. You fall 9 times, you get up 10. Never give up. That's all I can say. Just keep striving, keep pushing. You're gonna do great. You're gonna do better things. No one can ever never tell you different.
That's so right. You don't need a celebrity to tell you you can do it. You don't need a celebrity to tell you go ahead and do it. All it takes is one good push from a stranger, one good push from your family member, one good push from your best friend. Just go. Just do it. And it's been well, and it's been awesome. It's been the In Your Face show. And we out. Peace.
Peace.